Hey there folks, and welcome back to Crash Bandicoot Nsane Trilogy. After getting done with 1, we are now finally moving on to 2. Space! In other words, Cortex Strikes Back. Which, I have a lot of things to say about the plot of this game, but otherwise, let's just begin, shall we?
Crystals, of course. No!
But Dr. Cortex, to reach full power, we need not only your master crystal, but also the remaining 25 slave crystals from the surface. How do you expect to retrieve them when we don't have any Earthbound operatives left?
You fool! Do you think I'm unaware of the situation? If we don't have any friends left on the surface, then we'll need to find an enemy.
Crash! Crash! My battery is fried. Make yourself useful, big brother, and bring an extra battery for me.
There we are, to the adventure of Crash 2, which you're probably gonna ask, what's different? As you can see in the controls, you have jump, spin, triangle for inventory, and then you have crouch. Crouch? Yeah, this is when they add slide to it, which probably the best mechanic ever added in a platformer game. Because it allows you to technically cartwheel over things. Because cartwheel is technically a term that came from Duck Duck Country 2. Because Diddy can cartwheel over gaps and stuff. Same case with Crash with the slide mechanic. However, we are getting warped all of a sudden.
Well. If it isn't Crash Bandicoot, welcome. I apologize for the crude means used to bring you here, but I'd rather expect a written invitation would have been turned down. I need your help. Surrounding you are a series of 5 doors. Through each door lies a well-hidden crystal. The crystals look like this. Bring me the crystals, Crash. That is all I will say for now. We will speak again.
So this is going to be your dedicated hub world of Crash 2, where you basically just goes into a world, and there you go. And you have 5 ways to go about on levels, which you get a somewhat freedom to do the 5 levels in any order, but I will say be careful on some levels, because you might want to go to one level first before you go to the next one. Such. Because you might need that color gem. But anyways, off to Turtle Woods. And you know what? I just realized something. This plot stinks. Let's just exit the level, shall we? This game sucks.
No, Crash. I said bring me the crystals. Now, get back in there.
Okay, fine, but I'm only doing this because people definitely want me to do this. Ah, shit, I think I forgot to water my plants. 1 second. Need to leave the level again.
No, Crash. To save the world, I need crystals. Crystals! One more time. They look like this. Crystals, Crash. Go back through one of those doors and bring me crystals!
Okay, fine, I'll water the plants later. How much of a gardener anyways? Oh wait, I forgot to... Oh yeah, I need to go get my gaming notes. Yeah, I need to go get my gaming notes. Okay, we need to exit the level again.
Look up at the doorways. There is a big crystal-shaped slot. Fill all 5 crystal slots in this warp room by retrieving 1 crystal from each of the 5 areas. Only after we have filled all of the slots in this room can we continue on our quest. This is the last time I remind you.
Holy crap, did you just swear? Anyways, off to Turtle Woods. Take it irritated enough. Anyways, now to actually do Turtle Woods. Alright, so... Also, I had to recheck just in case, like, if you had something else. You say, nope, you don't. Okay. We're good. So Crash 2 is... Basically, you took Crash 1 and you just juiced it up big time. You just juiced it for freaking high heck. Because with that slide mechanic, it makes so many things so much better. In some cases. And more... I would say more platforming than ever. Like, more free-flowing. As a result, making this easily like one of the best games period mechanically. Is story plot wise, it's kind of the worst because as you can probably tell, you're gonna get juked in the future. Then Cortex strikes freaking back, the worst freaking story title I've ever seen in a game. But yeah, as my one friend just mentioned there, yeah, it takes a page from Star Wars on top of it. Cortex strikes back. More like Cortex. Okay, why are you doing this? You know, it would actually make sense if the plot was like, oh, hey, Coco just attacked Cortex going around getting these crystals. We need to stop him. So she warps you around these worlds to get these crystals before Cortex does. The only bad problem, it would change the plot of the final boss, but so be it. Because yeah, when we get there, you're gonna realize something bad. But yeah, you're probably noticing when I sometimes slide jump, I jump even more higher. You see, there's 2 versions of the slide jump. You have the regular slide jump, which is R1X, and then you have the super slide jump, I call it, which is basically your crouch, and then when you hit that X move, hit square with that. If you're quick enough, it will cause your jump to skyrocket into a double jump kind of height, giving you that ability. Just jump over stuff like A's and not have to deal with one-time trips like that ostrich. The super slide jump is something I would recommend everyone learning because that is such a good move. And it's really debated if it's an exploit kind of move or it's just a move at the end of the day. It's kind of weird because in the remake they kept it. So it's like, is it bad or is it good then? I say at this point it's good if the remake kept it. Just for probably originality's sake, I will say it got removed in Crash 4. No reason why I hit Crash 4. You got rid of the super slide spin jump. Because yeah, just to say, it's also in the 3rd game too. Yeah. Starting with Turtle Woods, basically your first level, which I gotta say, very fun first level. I will say, if you use the super slide spin jump, you can basically jump over those at ease, or try to hug to the sides there. Like example, I was supposed to use that turtle to get that box, now I can just super slide spin jump it. Because yeah, I am going to use the shit out of using that, because it's so useful. And it should always been a thing in Crash throughout history. I don't know why they removed it for Crash 4, but you've removed it in that one, which pisses me off. It's such a useful move. Because then it kind of makes sense if you spin to accelerate more gyro upwards, so. So I would think it'll, considering Crash is already a spinning top already when he spins, so if he were to jump and spin at the same time, I kind of accept that, yeah, that would be a higher jump than normal. It should be a secret function. Yeah. In the gym, in the crystal. Such. And listen to Cortex once again, since he finally got his beloved crystal finally.
Well done, Crash. I knew I could rely on you. Now listen carefully. These holograms are hard to maintain. During the course of my intellectual pursuits, I have stumbled across a force that threatens to destroy the world. The crystals are the only means of containing it. The fate of the world is at stake. It is imperative, therefore, that you bring them to me.
Yep.
Are you there, Crash? Crash! Crash! Are you there, Crash? Are you there, Crash?
And there's Coco. So Coco's trying to figure out where the heck we're at, since Cortex Pinpoint is there, but we are now going back to Turtle Woods, because as you see there's also a blue gem. And you're probably wondering, how do you get this blue gem this time around? Well, not like that, I'll tell you that much. However, because we got a gem though.
So, you are helping Cortex gather crystals, yet you have acquired a gem. Interesting. Well, Crash, know this. As long as you are allied with Cortex, you are my sworn enemy, and I will do anything in my power to stop you. If the fate of the world is truly your concern, you must gather the gems, not the crystals. If you obtain all 42 gems, I can use them to focus a laser. Yes, a laser beam that will destroy Cortex and the space station he has created. Until then, I must use my forces to stop you from gathering crystals.
Alright, so now that you did it right, what your goal is to do the blue gem, and unlike Crash 1 where you cannot die to get the color gems, in Crash 2 they changed how the color gems are and also how many there are on top of it. Instead of the 6 weird oddly shaped ones in the first one, they overhauled those and made just 5 gems, color gems to get. But your objective is just for the Turtlewoods blue gem though, because the color gems got a special objective each. However, straight off. So. But for the blue gem though, do not break any boxes and try to get to the end as possible. That's why there's a bouncy box right here. And such. And plus also, that tells you who made the creatures and stuff, because as you notice they're like green with spikes, and also who also made the nitro box too, which is Embryo. Embryo is the one who made the boxes in the enemies, because nitros weren't in the first one. But basically, whenever you see a nitro box, don't touch them. They are unstable, and the best part is they also hop too, and that hop part can screw you over sometimes when you have the jump over them. The one thing I hate about nitro boxes is how random they are and how much they can just instantly kill you sometimes. But that there is the blue gem for Turtlewoods. Now onto the next level. The Snowbees. As he does his dance, because every time you get a gem or stuff, he does the dance. Oh no, not Snowbees, Snow Go. I think the other one's called Snowbird though. Cause yeah, there's one unique thing about Crash 2, which yes, we can all high nitro box. If you got Invincible Archer, you can say screw him. But yeah, one special thing about Crash 2 and what everything remembers most about Crash 2, the winter levels. Crash 2 is known to have snow levels. Because they're in these horrible ice physics. Just look how slide dandy they are. I will say the only way to stop your momentum is try to slam right. Like that, basically. Okay, so I did show it right, because just to say I tried to keep showing it, it did not want to show it at all. Matter of fact, your controls don't really operate right either on the ice, so be careful of that, because there will be a case you just end up dying because of controls that want to function at all. So yeah. That's the fun part about these snow levels. I will say, I think it's just really just Snow Go though. And Snow Goes that has the ice stuff. You also meet technically a character here, but he's more of a form of a moat for now, which is Penta Penguin. Character you later get in Crash Team Racing stuff. And the OG was a code, but nowadays I can't remember if he's still a code though. But I'm also showing here that in the OG game, you were able to get that red gem just by super slide jumping your way to it. They put it upwards so that way you can't do that exploit. So, and also, yeah, I also didn't mention this, but yeah, the overhaul of the bonus levels, which is so much better, I gotta say. Just trying to get that. It's like, okay, come on. There we go. There we go. Alright, now to do this, which biggest problem about the ice, its physics are so dang janky. It's like you have to like keep going with momentum to keep it going, or otherwise you just slowly just decelerate back to zero. There's no acceleration when it comes to this ice, unless you slide. But you gotta be careful with that because it just feels like you just have a stamina use using that button, because sometimes that button does not want to trigger at all. Concerning what just happened there, because I just said I wanted to slide jump. It didn't want to slide jump. I guess I could just jump and just slide off, but yeah. Sadly lost the Aku, but eventually I'll be getting him back. Yeah, there's Aku once again. Oh yeah, something a little dirty about this game compared to the first one. I hope you like troll boxes, because there's plenty of that too. So yeah, they got a little dirty too. Because yeah, as you see, there's a green exclamation point box. That is a nitro box that blows up every nitro box within the level. Because yeah, you do have to technically break those though, so you do count as a box. Just now get the Wumple Bucks here. The exclamation boxes, because yeah, they're going to be pulling some kind of puzzle methods throughout the platform spots. Which, honestly, good on them, because that way you ain't just going straight forward all the way. The only thing I say that I don't care for to this day is the troll boxes, because you just have to know in some ways. It's like, oh, you gotta walk back to know about this box in back. Oh, there's a box in here in this freaking corner. And believe me, they do that a shitload in Crash 4. Another reason why I hate that game. I prefer Crash Bash over that. So I saw another Crash, they were just talking shit about Crash Bash. Oh boy, Crash Rumble is much better. Dude, that's an online PvP garbage. Anyways, off to hang out. Or at least Crash Bash was a party PvP. And no, it's not like Mario Party. I'm sorry to tell you. Weep your fucking tears, bitch. Anyways. Sorry to be negative Nancy. So if I have an opinion, I do not like Crash tubers that just say, "Oh, Crash Crash sucks." And oh yeah, something to note here: if you get an Aku Aku box, while you have to go with Aku Aku while you're on the jet ski, because yeah, we have a jet ski now. Just out of nowhere, we just so happen to have it. You cannot get invincibility while on the jet ski thing, or the jet hoverboard. I'm not really sure what's the best way to say it for that thing. But yeah, as you see there was a time too. We will be coming back again for this level afterwards. Because that time was considered the OG method of relic races back then. Because they would have this time trial and you basically have to get to the end as quick as you can. But for now we are just doing the box method. Because you can't do both at once real much. Considering the bonus, if you go into the bonus section, it just cuts off the time. So yeah, something to know about that. Yeah, with that super slide spin jump, and also yeah, hello blue gem spot. So we already got a blue gem spot. Luckily, we already got the colored gem from Turtle Woods, so we're good. And yeah, how would you know that back then in the OG days? Magazines. That was the only way you're gonna know about the info about these super gems. You know, I could use that platform there, or I could just do that. Let's go. Yep, jump here, and jump here, and there we go. Get through this line of nitros. Because it's everywhere. Anyway. And I'm trying to go back, which good luck with this, because going back sometimes is a hassle. I get as much lives, because I will say, while Crash 1 was very generous about lives and stuff, Crash 2 is a bit more tighter about that, if I recall. Because I just know this was the one that took the longest when it came to 99 lives for a trophy. Maybe it's because I died too much or something, I'm not sure. But that was like eons ago, and there's my first death, sadly. It begins. Because yeah, of course, the biggest problem is like, oh, I just cannot escape water hazard death. So I thought, okay, let's just head back here and get this. And I'll try to go back. The problem is you cannot get this to stop at all, so good luck. You gotta go through here. Get the boxes back here. I did forgot those a little bit. Oh wait, no, they were transparent stuff. Yeah, as you can see in the box counter, we also got bigger boxes of counter too. Considering, well, since we have nitro boxes too now. So, a lot bigger in the number. Yeah, first death already. What sucks. But yeah, basically, they brought back the jungle kind of level, made that mushroom forest, while they brought back the river stream levels and made them more temple based. If that makes any sense. If you think about it. However, I wasn't invasive enough and somehow still hit that mine at the end there, so second death. Yeah, I'm the second death. So in Crash 1, I didn't die at all in the first part. This time, well, when I say I didn't die at all in the first part, I mean like, just to Papa Papu. I didn't. Yeah, there we go. We're at the end. Yeah, this is technically a short level, and for a short level for a good reason, because of the race part. Yeah, now we got a gem and a crystal. Yeah, that is Hang 8 technically done, but now to go get the race gem. Yeah, like I said, you just can't do both. This is a case where you actually have to go back to the level just to get the gem. Is another message?
3 crystals. Not bad. I see you are getting the hang of it. I need to conserve power. I will communicate with you again after you retrieve the 5th crystal.
Okay. Anyways. Back to hang 8. Go get that gem. As soon as you basically hit this checkpoint box, that's when, or no, as soon as you get to the hoverboard or waveboard here, that's when the time starts. That's when you got a gun for it. Go through here and spin on that guy. Just like a Batman. I could just super slide spin jump there, but I was kind of too anxious on that. Still get a little scary, even though how experienced I am. That's some scary crap. And there we go, got there jump. Within like 16 to 15 seconds, so. That is hang 8 done. But if I have an opinion about Crash 2, Crash 2 is a game I like mechanically, but I don't care for the story at all. It's one of those cases, I must say. Now back to the Mushroom Forest at the pits now, which the pits is a start of many other problems of Crash 2 to me. Yeah, not only have more troll boxes, you also have a fundamental cause that I hate throughout, I would say, the later Crash games in general. Yeah, not just run through here like a madman. And then we got another Aka Aka box, like, okay. Swinging that box, now we can just do that instead of spinning on down. It is so nice to have the slide mechanic, because yeah, you can also ground pound too, using the slide button. And yeah, you're gonna need that to open certain things, like from the first level, that one platform, because there are some platforms you have to slam to get them open. You can also use it to defeat turtles too, by jumping on them and just slamming on them. However, now we are going back, because here's the fun part when it comes to Crash 2 levels. Some of the levels want you to backtrack, so you basically have to walk on back, but the problem is the camera does not flip around at all. And you have to understand where's the fall gaps at, because if you don't, you will fall to your death. So how many times I'm freaking out here, it's like, oh crap. I'm trying not to move too quick, but I'm trying to also just get there. Yeah, that's a fundamental problem about Crash 2 as well, is they have a couple backtracking levels. We have to go from one split to the other split in order to get the boxes. And of course, somehow that bird hit me. I don't know how. I guess his beak was that close. Okay, and we got this one here. Alright, jump on it right, since now I'm aware. Get the crystal, because yeah, on one split path, the crystal's not there. The other split path has it. So. Slam that turtle. I want revenge. Revenge! Jump over the gap. And then we have a bird here, but for some reason you cannot damage him at all until he does the animation. So fun fact about those birds. So yeah, he's just there, which is weird. Maybe it's because I got up here and then just turned around and did that or something, I'm not sure. But I had to turn around anyways because I need to get the. Oh yeah, also the turtles have the same kind of hitbox as the regular turtles, so they don't really change much on that department. Yeah, just go deal with these groundhogs or moles. There we go. Now where's the victory to the puzzle? But honestly, they should be called puzzles. Wouldn't be surprised if someone turns around and makes their own Crash game that actually puts their bonus levels, call them puzzles. I'd do that. That way they can't say anything about it. It's for shits and giggles. And especially how bad Crash is being treated nowadays. Again. Thanks, Activision. Being the garbage company you are once again. And that's even without Bobby Kotick. No, instead you have Microsoft being the Bobby Kotick. Which is terrible. I don't know how the heck you guys got that low, but you sure did. Anyways. I'm just missing 2 boxes at this point. But yeah, to this up ahead. I'll deal with some more moles. They're everywhere. Take them. Come out. Right, we got a turtle here. Taking a key from Bowser room. But yeah, for the solid blade ones, if you slide, you knock them over. I don't know. So yeah, there is some enemies that had to be taken out by the slide move, not just the spin. Which I do like that. That is definitely a difference in how to take out certain enemies. Because there will be some enemies you just can't spin, mechanically making the game more interesting in that part. And there's the crystal and gem. Now onto Crash Dash, which, speaking of return levels, let's bring back the boulder level, shall we? But yeah, if you just slightly tilt the control stick, you have Crash walking in his funky mood. Yep, here we go. Back to doing the boulder levels once again. But they're more serious, more monster truck kind of moving. Anyways. We also got some traps and even got electric fences, because yeah, I think they took note that the boulder levels in 1 were that piss easy, so they needed to give us a bit more difficulty, so that. Which I say difficulty because I will say you can hit those trip mines because they do not kill you, it's the shock case you won't worry about. I will note when you hit those mines, they launch you up for a bit and you land stuttering a bit. That's something to note. You got nitro box, you gotta watch out for too. Yeah, just running like a maniac. And we got the crystal in the puzzle room. But yeah, as the saying goes, puzzle rooms count as checkpoints. So once you do the puzzle, you basically got a checkpoint there in case you ever die. TNT. But yeah, this bonus room reminds me of Crash 1's bonus room, Thanos. Basically, because it's very similar in terms of look-wise, just a bit more detailed and done. Because yeah, when you look at Crash 1, and when I say Crash 1, I mean OG Crash 1 to OG Crash 2, is like night and day difference in terms of graphics. I mean, Crash looks so good and polished. That one. Crash 3 just up to just a tad bit more, but not as crazy as from the distinction of Crash 1 2. And there's my third death. We have a third death, and the death on boulder level. I feel ashamed, but it is what it is because I fell in a freaking gap. I would say be more ashamed if I got killed by the boulder. But luckily it was a gap fall. Yep, there's an extra life, and there's that. Which I will note, that difficulty is also averted on the boxes for Crash 2 as well, because as the saying goes, the boulders can break the boxes and it will count to your total. Where in the OG one didn't count. So you had to break those boxes before that boulder got there. Leading to a harder difficulty. But now since they count, you don't have to worry about that. Now, I thought there would be a cutscene before you head to this boss here, but it turns out there's not. So I just freaked out just a bit there because I thought I might hit circle or something. No, there's no cutscene that leads to this boss, but as you can see the name of this boss, this is a very familiar boss from Crash 1, the return of Ripperoo. So it looks like his uncanon ending actually became canon, it seems, because he became a professor, and look at all these books, holy crap. Someone's really getting smart. And all of a sudden after he now sprouts TNTs and nitros out of his feet. He has the power. By the way. But yeah, just basically just do that. Just basically just wait till he is done going on his maniac spree and just do that. Because basically your goal is just avoid the TNTs and nitros. And just spin when you get the chance to. It's that simple. Cause yeah, he got way easier. Also, if there's anything you just have to watch just how he bounces around. Because he will move about in very rapid speed. And then also like go into the spot once the detonation goes off so that way you don't get hit in the process. And then here we go. And just click this right, and there you go. That's Ripperoo for you. I will note you can get on the desk too, by the way. If you just want to sort of exploit this, I think. Although I think that was the OG though, so something to note. Might be wrong about that. So yeah, that's Ripperoo basically. And you always come back to him if you ever want to fight him again. But anyways, on to World 2, so we actually see the cutscene. Because it does feel odd there was no cutscene there. It's really weird, like, Cortex doesn't assure you that there was a boss there. But, yeah.
I see that Ripperoo failed to prove much of a challenge yet again. But back to business. There are crystals to be gathered, 20 to be exact. The planets will align shortly, all 13 of them, and this will create a power great enough to rip the Earth apart. Properly utilized, however, the crystals can absorb and contain the energy.
Crash, is that you? I've been looking everywhere. I don't have much time to tell you this. You have to be careful. Trusting Cortex seems a little unwise, Crash. I can't keep the data path open much longer. Crash, you need to look.
Yep, so now we're entering World 2, which we'll be doing more of that till next time though, however, because this is already pretty high. So until then, I'll see you guys next time. You guys take care and ciao.